Guys, hello and
we lost Kyle.
We lost Kyle. Well, this is a brilliant start to the stream. So, hello guys. No, hello and welcome to another, the first streamed episode of the Great Crusade. Listen to the police sirens outside. It's beautiful. We've got a number of recordings going up, of which you've probably seen if you're watching this now. The first episode uploaded along with the introductory video.
Actually, the second episode.
So this is technically the second episode, but it's the first streamed one, Tim.
Well, no, the second episode is the first episode because you didn't put the first episode up.
Remember we had this conversation, Jacob?
You've got the second episode up on YouTube, but you never put the first episode up because you had to edit out somebody's indiscretion.
Yeah, Ronan.
What did I do?
As you can see, as a GM, I'm not really needed, as everyone else is quite happy with the introduction for me. So,
Hi, welcome to the Great Crusade. We play.
No, don't do the introduction for me. Don't make me feel worse than I already do. But anyway, yeah. So this is the first streamed episode. Joining me is Alex, Tim, Shaun, Ronan, Kyle, Shaun from Ireland, Arik with the proper spelling of the name, and myself, Jacob, who is the GM. In order in the description, with the characters playing, we have Daevos the Devastator, Igorek the Apothecary, Captain Darnik of the 10th Company, Septum the Iron Hands Breacher, Arik the Equerry and Tactical Marine, Tyvir Kromora the Night Lord Raptor Specialist, and Malakai the Librarian. This stream series will be starting fairly lengthy into the campaign, so I'm just going to give you a quick summary of what's happened. The group started off as the origins of the Lunar Wolves as they set off from Terra, landing on the lunar base and launching their crusade against the Gene cultists, through which they were very successful and lost one of our characters and players, unfortunately due to unforeseen events. With those events wrapped up, they moved on to Mars, where we gained some new players, including Septum and Ronan. And lost others, again, as you'll see when the videos get uploaded. After dealing with the rogue tech priest Moravec, whose delvings into Maltech and various other illegal sciences saw the Astartes bring their rage down upon him, Darnik got caught up in an act of betrayal and treachery as the political infighting with the Legion grew to a head, himself almost committing the act of murder against Captain Lysander of 3rd Company under the orders of the new Praetor Garrick. With this sorted, he was then promoted to 10th Company Commander, which was previously Garrick's position before being elevated himself. Unfortunately enough for Darnik, he has gained a rather dark reputation within the Legions, and become famous for the phrase, "not my fault." Now,
just look on the bright side, I shot you for a good reason.
With also attempted murder on Igorek's behalf. We start this session now just during the events of Tauti 3, the first extra solar invasion of the Lunar Wolves Legion, alongside the Warhounds and the predecessors to the Ultramarines, who have currently just taken out the planetary defences that guard this world against other forces, apparently in this case the Marines. After a rather brief negotiation, saw a brutal firefight, which also saw the destruction of a strike cruiser of the Warhounds. The company now reside on the surface of Tauti 3, mobilising their forces for a last push against the citadels and bastions of the enemy before them. Okay, so starting off, you were all in the command room, if I recall correctly.
Who do you call him? Arik was like angry at us.
Yeah, Captain Arik was fuming. Well,
he called Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
It's essentially what he did. He called Mom.
The custodes are coming.
Yeah. A little baby.
The custodes are coming! The custodes are coming! By space! By space!
Yes, he had threatened. He had already called the custodes over Darnik's actions, mainly involving the immediate execution of the capital vessel of the human fleet before you, without any attempt at negotiation.
It was a warning shot.
They were being informed. He missed the warning shot.
No, the problem is I didn't miss.
No, the problem is he doesn't know how a warning shot works.
Oh, damn it, man. You're a space marine.
Yeah.
You have one job. One job.
I mean, to be fair, a warning shot for a Space Marine could involve actually hitting the Space Marine.
Oops.
Well, with a Space Marine, yeah, that's because he's going to live.
Bison.
When you're in a vessel 3 kilometers longer than the one you're fighting, it's probably fair to say that wasn't a warning shot, it was an execution strike.
It's fine. It all worked
Good job,
out.
sir. You did it.
I'm the best.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
That's it.
But anyway,
I
back
throw
on
a
track.
potato.
Captain Alaric is staring furiously at you over the table after delivering his threats of the Custodes' imminent arrival.
I would like to just keep smiling at him. I think I said that at the end, but I keep smiling at him.
I think my helmet's on. So, blank.
I'm just gonna sigh 'cause I already know this is gonna devolve into petty bickering.
Nothing to say.
Oh, that's why I have the popcorn out.
Nothing to say, Captain Darnik. Or have you realised that the extent of your actions are tantamount to treachery in the newly forged Imperium?
I unclasp my helmet and I rest it on the table in front of us and sit on the chair. And I kind of look at them just to say, at this point I would say words are, well, the time for them has passed, in this regard at least. We have more pressing concerns, and when the Custodes arrive, I will face their judgment, and if they deem me to have performed this treacherous act, I will suffer the consequences.
So you don't even accept your own idiocy, your own foolishness in what you've done. You've doomed this world to fire under our wrath because you were too ignorant, too blinded to even consider talking to them.
All true. Which is now why we must act to reduce the damage as much as possible. And in that regard, I have a suggestion, if you're willing to hear it.
He sits back and leans and he goes, "Fine, I know you're going to go ahead with it regardless of any objection I might have."
Not necessarily true, but
Got you there, Captain.
Igorek, shut up for once.
Oh, I see, that's how you talk to your inferiors, is it? No respect? Mistake making you a captain, we knew it.
God, would you shut up?
I just take a deep breath.
I just pointed Tyvir.
Yeah,
Watch your
so I just-
mouth, cousin.
What do you say? Sorry, I didn't
He
hear.
said, he said, "Watch your mouth, cousin."
I'm not the one running it off.
But you're just as
How
much
many
a player.
Ultramarines did he bring with him?
It's a worrying question. He bought 100. Well, he bought one company at the moment, so 1,000.
I mean, who's present in the room with him?
No, nobody.
Oh no.
No.
I highly advise against this situation.
I just asked a question.
No.
He
Yeah,
bought 1,000. He bought 1,000
So-
Ultramarines with him to this planet.
Yeah, we've got 3,000 warhounds.
I advise against
I mean-
violence.
We've got 3,000. Wait, hold on.
Wait, let's
Does
not go
Tyvir
down
actually
that
have
quite yet.
popcorn?
One time, guys.
With what?
Does Tyvir actually have popcorn?
This is Shaun.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
I have popcorn. So if Tyvir has popcorn, that's up to GM if popcorn exists.
No, it doesn't. He can, however, have field rations.
Do Space Marine armors contain microwaves?
Just opens
Yeah,
up
no,
his
hold
power
it next
reactor
to the
and
generator
starts
and you should
pouring
fight.
kernels in there.
So how does he respond?
To what? Sorry, you were all talking. You didn't hear what you said.
The last thing I said was, I'm not the one running my moment off.
He goes, "Yes, but you're as much a perpetrator of this travesty as Darnik is. If I wasn't mistaken, and I hope I'm not, I'd be saying that somebody is listening more to the depredations of a darker legion than his own."
Please, cousins, if we could keep the infighting to a minimum.
I have to
can't
agree with the
like
one-handed
Raptor.
one.
I was
I'm
trying
missing an
to
arm.
wait.
So,
Sorry.
Captain Darnik, what's this plan of yours?
Simple. If we remove the head, the body will stop. If we can neutralize the leadership of this planet, we will be able to drastically reduce the casualties on their side.
Maybe.
So you want
Might
to
not
minimise
be
the
enough.
casualties of a war entirely of your own fault?
Might not be enough.
Casualties of a war entirely of your own fault? How noble of you.
I didn't catch half of that. Say it again.
So you want to minimise the casualties of a war that's entirely your fault? How noble of you.
Our esteemed captain is just setting right mistakes he just made.
Well, I'm glad somebody realises that the mistakes were made. The mistakes
I at
were
no
made.
point have denied that they were mistakes, Captain Arik.
So you're willing to accept to the full extent that what you have done was a crime? Just when
Okay,
you're dealing with the customs.
I'm gonna
it's
walk
easier.
forward. I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm just gonna stand sort of like as much as I can in front of and in between these two big fucking headed captains, and I'm just gonna be like, brothers in arms. This
Brothers
planet
in blood,
is to
maybe.
be taken in to our great Imperium, is to be accepted into our guidance and a light of the Emperor and of us. Leave the fighting in the past. Let us develop a new strategy to fix what has been done and to pacify what we have fucked up.
Even Alaric
And
laughs
to
and
that,
goes,
to that
"It's not-"
regard,
And the tension does somewhat die down in the room as he laughs, but he turns back seriously and goes, it's not the past I'm worried about, it's the future. Our esteemed captain here is in charge of the expedition, and I will not be part of, nor will I allow a force such as this to be used for similar actions in the future.
Arik, while I might be the head of the expedition,
Captain Alaric.
apologies, Captain. While I may be the official head of the expedition, we can have counsel on this matter afterwards. I do not intend to make every decision for your legion or for Khan's.
Say that.
I acted, and it was a misaction. I am not denying that now. What I'm saying now is we must focus on damage control. And in that regard, I have a plan. Some might even call it cunning.
I would.
Spearhead.
Kind
I
of
like
just
it.
shakes his head at that. Right, speak. Actually, we should probably get the Warhounds leader in here.
No.
Where the hell is Khan, by the way? He looks at
Look for the biggest pile of bodies in a gladiator ring and you'll probably find him there.
After
I'm sure
Darnik
he's-
finishes talking, you see an Imperial Army officer walk in, rather just dazed. He kind of salutes, fist to chest. He goes, and he looks, basically look like shell-shocked. And he kind of points out of the room you're in, and goes,
That's a good sign.
Warhounds.
Oh god.
And he seems to
Well,
pause.
I heard about Darnik. Fuck.
You can see that his hand is shaking.
I'll walk right past him. I'll go
Yeah.
first because I said it first.
Tyvir.
I'll just casually brush past the Imperial officer, just pat him on the back, send him a few feet forward.
He just lands on the ground and is just kind of shaking and sits up and kind of cradles his knees.
Wasn't an aggressive motion, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh,
space run.
dear Tyvir, you're broken.
No, he's in shell shock. He just mind's gone.
And what do I see?
As you walk out, you see the camp. As supplies and logistics are still being moved, you see the Imperial Army, their logistics officers and the servitors moving. Even they're stopping, all turning to see what looks like a procession of red angels. And as your auto sensors zoom in and focus, you see a small force of warhounds walking back, covered almost in thick layers of blood. You can see what looks like nail scratch marks on their armour as they come in, carrying countless dead and a few alive. All of them officers of the Tauti forces.
Damage control, you said, Captain.
I turn to Septum and I just say, what do you think we're trying to reduce the damage from?
As you see Khan at the forefront of this procession, and he kind of waves over as he walks over, carrying 4 dead bodies on his shoulder.
Oh dear.
I just kind of look him up and down and I say, change of colour, cousin?
He shrugs. Nothing some rain won't cure. Anyway, we bought prisoners. Some of us did anyway. Some of them didn't survive. Looking over the numbers, you realise most of them didn't survive.
Right, well, let's hand those up to the Imperial Army. I'm sure they can handle it from here.
Oh, excellent. He turns to the nearest officer and dumps bodies at his feet.
I like look at the other. I kind of like now. I'm sorry.
At this point, Alaric.
And then I just sort of walk in.
As Alaric emerges from the tent, I lean over to Karn and just mutter, Alaric found a bigger stick to ram up his ass.
Karn just shakes his head and goes, seriously? How?
Yeah.
As Alaric walks out, he sees the bodies and his face goes white with fury. But without another word, he stares at you, Darnik, loathing in his eyes as he just storms off.
I like double tap Darnik's pauldron and just like, well, that went well.
Karn looks over.
It was to be expected.
Karn looks over and goes, you got a detector piece lying around somewhere.
We've got a...
Why?
Oh, as you notice, as he taps on his side, you notice his axe, his chain axe. The teeth are not only all gone, but the edge of the blade holding the teeth has become so dulled from smashing bone it's dented in places. I ran out of weapons. He actually somehow looks innocent saying it.
I say to him, I'm sure there's one around here somewhere. And I just a 180 and I go back to the war room. And where's Igorek in this point? Did he come with us, or was he still inside?
Yeah. I came outside, and then I'm back inside now. I go back in once you do.
Okay. When we both turn inside, when we go inside, I turn to you. I say, could you get in touch with your friend Deltrian for me?
Deltrian have like this huge fucking building, like in the thing.
Deltrian is indeed on the planet. He's in the bottom left corner of the map. Magos Deltrian's quarters, if you can see. Do I have some of them?
Well, either way, he likes you more than me so far, and I have a request, so he might take it better from you.
Well, I mean, if we really want to be funny with this, we could send Septum over.
I don't have time for him to wake up.
That's a missing arm. And a leg.
What do you have? What do you need me to request?
A cartographer and some kind of... I'm not sure if there's a technical term for this is out of character, but some kind of, like, mapping device that would work for underground tunnels or passageways, sewer systems, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a cartographer would handle that, but... Deltrian.
There is a tool for it somewhere in the Deathwatch books.
Pretty sure I have a cartographer.
Yeah, I'm
The
pretty sure you
cartographer
do.
did.
I'm pretty sure that was one of your MacGyverish items that you acquired.
Yeah, I do have a cartographer, so I'm just gonna pull my cartographer out and be like, "Does this work?"
Hopefully.
MacGyver.
Somebody's got to do it.
Anyway, I would like, if at all possible, scans of the underlayer of the city and its extremities.
Oh, you're looking for like that sort of thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reach out to Deltrian on the Vox
You okay?
and see if he may have come across anything like that yet, or if it's something that we still need to find. Because I don't know, detailed maps like that may have to be found more than just picked up at this point.
Yeah, okay, so you key into your Vox, and after a few seconds, you know Deltrian. Brother Apothecary Igorek, how may I help?
The good captain, yeah, you know what, that's a good enough word for it. The good captain is looking for maps of the subterranean city. You don't happen to have anything that might be able to assist in making that easier, or have maps.
Shaun, very loud.
Sorry.
Subterranean maps was that, Brother Apothecary, Igorek. Well, unfortunately enough, unless we start to interrogate the locals or acquire any of their maps, then we will be unable to help you. However, we can conduct rather intensive seismic studies of the land around the cities, if you wish.
I say wait one, and then pop out over to Darnik. Say he doesn't have anything at the moment, but he can do some like super duper seismic scan things to try to get some stuff. You want to try that?
I'm going to pretend
Yes,
the words did
that-
not... Sorry.
Yeah, I'm assuming super duper isn't the Astartes technical term.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
As much a technical term as Gizmodo and Thingamabob.
Well, yes, if you can have the Magos start with that, I'll attempt a second route and see if I can mend some bridges with Arik at the same time.
I'll pop back over to the box then and say that would be fantastic.
Very well. He waits for seconds. They have been transmitted to the War Room's database already.
Alright, well, there we go. So I'll just point that out. I say thank you to Dalchin and cut the box. And then I let Darnik know that, hey, yeah, they're in the database at this point.
I go and peruse them.
You head over to the database. The first thing you notice is an alarming number of complaint forms coming through from various Imperial Army groups on the planet.
Related to...
How many of them are about warhounds?
All of them.
Shocking.
The
I
largest
just kind of-
the largest complaint seems to be in the origination that the Warhounds are apparently using many of the guard regiments as target practice. Casualties have been very few. Either the Warhounds are aiming to miss them, or they're particularly bad shots.
Can I just write a big message that says, "I'm sorry, can we deal with this later?" and then just send it to everyone? I don't care if they've messaged me yet, just everyone.
CC.
I'm sorry.
Everybody on this.
I'm sorry,
planet.
complain later.
Okay, yeah. You take a look at the seismic maps, and most of them, like most of the information being given, is either useless or unintelligible to you. But what you can gather is that while the foundation of the city is largely on bedrock, it looks like it's still. If what I think you're planning is what you're planning, it should still be movable, and you can dig through it. There, however, don't seem to be any other pre-existing subterranean tunnels within the region already. Or at least none of any note or caliber that would warrant showing up on such a scan.
Okay. So we could still use some local knowledge on that front then.
Okay. Alright, so, this is basically the first day you guys have landed. Well, you've been on Tapestry for longer, but it's the first day you've been down in this front camp. What are people doing in the meantime?
Well, whenever Alaric storms off and Darnik goes into the war room again, I want to turn to Karn. I'm talking my outside voice, or my normal voice now. Alaric's gone and called Mom and told him what we did.
Isn't that right? What we did?
Yeah.
We did what we were told to do.
Yeah. Well, the specifics. The whole destroying ships and planets.
Yeah.
The whole lack of diplomacy thing.
Yeah, the whole massacre thing.
Yeah, that one.
He shrugs. Well, if the Golden Playboys decide to come down here, then, well, we'll see if the custodians are really as good as they say they are.
Well, I don't know what I expected from you, but it was probably that. Warning shot. I just feel like those damn blue boys are overreacting.
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing they're good at.
Yeah.
Following orders, this kind of formation, that kind of attack. Gee. You'd be amazed.
I envy a Karn. I started eating some rations or something. The only thing I've been fighting has been tanks and walls.
Oh, well, we had a situation in Jupiter. If you say our blue brothers are not particularly fond of remembering that situation.
Yeah, that must be why his face went white. think he was afraid.
I'll give them that lot. They're never afraid. Though. He grins slightly. Disgust is as good a thing as any. Anyway,
Well, I'm bored.
before I head off and head back to my more official duties, there are some complaints from the Imperial Army again. I thought I'd extend an opportunity. I don't know how other legions do it, but again, there's a small grin on his face. Blood combat, gladiator fights, the arena. We've got
Yeah, you mentioned that the last time we talked.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, wherever we go planet to planet, we tend to put one up. Let the warriors let off some steam with each other. Swing by anytime if you're interested.
Well, it's probably more enjoyable than getting shot at by artillery.
Yeah, and even better, we acquired some locals. He kind of then bows eloquently at you, and Tech walks off, waving, and goes, "See you in a few days, I expect." Oh, and if you see Arik in the meantime, tell him if he steps within 15 feet of my tent, I'm going to cut his head off and mount it on a spike. You don't notice even an ounce of jest in his voice there.
I didn't expect any. I just lick my teeth and walk off.
Okay. I'm going to go in like order of camera. Daevos, is there anything particular you're doing?
Well, there's not many sights to see, I presume.
No, it's largely the wonders and beauty and locale of a forward operating base includes lots of very similar looking buildings and bullets.
In which case, I'm probably kicking back, avoiding the Ultramarines.
Yeah, well that doesn't take much difficulty, the Ultramarines are just as intent on avoiding you.
Good.
Igorek!
Is there anything for me to do? Like, as far as work-wise?
Well, if you're looking for work, there's a large number of Imperial Army casualties currently coming in.
Yeah, I'll work with the Imperial Guard medics then and see what we can do.
Okay, Septum side. Now it's typing.
Loud typing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Was it me you were asking, Jacob?
Yes.
I don't know, is there like a... I know there's a forward base. Is there like a patrol going around that I could join?
Yeah, there are patrols going around. Also scout parties, though they're largely being taken up by the newly formed Noviates of your legion.
No, I wouldn't be joining scouts, so I'd just be patrolling around the base.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta ask though about my augmetics. I lost an arm and a leg in the last fight. Did I get those
They
back?
have been repaired and replaced.
Wonderful. Do I have 2 robotic arms now? Well,
Did you lose
I
two
have like
different
a...
arms?
No, it was, I lost a hand and one arm, and then... Yeah, I've got... The only biological limb I have left is, like, part of my left arm, I think? Yeah.
How many
Okay,
sessions
right.
have you been with us, Ronan? 3? 4?
Hmm?
How many sessions have you been with us, Ronan? 3 or 4?
About that, yeah.
Yeah,
I've lost a
what's
limb
the
for every
limb
session, I think.
Every session. Yeah, just
Including
I don't-
roleplay sessions.
throw on
I don't
those.
think you lost. I don't think you lost an arm. I thought you just lost the use of your hand.
I lost the use of my hand, but it had to be... No. That arm got completely taken off in the...
Oh, did it?
Yeah, in the... Getting smashed in the face with a... Earthshaker round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Salute the Emperor, take it to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go on my rounds around the base with, I don't know, whoever's on patrol.
Septum is our resident bullet cushion.
Woo!
Arik.
I have one
Somebody
fate
has to
point.
be.
Arik, what are you up to?
I mean, I also got a bit bashed to fuck during the basilisk situation. Let's go with that. So I guess seeing Tech Marines and anyway, not our resident Tech Marine.
There are no
Just
tech
any old.
currently, just tech
I don't
marines.
have a tech marine.
Oh no.
Tech marines.
Just seeing someone about improving armor and making sure it's not cracked or destroyed or anything like that.
Yeah, but
Replacing
you
it
can
with
see
all
Yeah, you can go see Deltrin if you wish.
That's not something I wish. That's not a wish that I have.
Septum gives his marked
What are you on about?
recommendation.
Everybody loves Deltrian. He's like the friendliest
he's great.
person on this part
The
galaxy.
last thing Deltrian said was, "I've actually perfected the tranquilization of Astartes." That's not like an encouraging thing. Like,
Neither's the delimbing of Septum, but you know.
yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna go see Deltrian.
We all gonna have hobbies.
The Astartes logic of "we shall know no fear" does not apply to Deltrian. With Deltrian, we all know fear. Anyway, yeah. So you head into Deltrian's quarters.
Am I
and
the only one?
Deltrian likes you, Igorek, for some ungodly reason.
He likes me too, just a different way.
He likes to use you for your body.
They're his favorite toy.
The 30th minute is a very progressive time. That kind of stuff's legal these days.
Oh dear.
Yeah, okay, so you head into Deltrian's quarters, and inside you look like what is already the workshop of an utter madman. In the space of a few hours, there are now multiple projects being worked on. Cybernetic limbs in the process of being made. What looks like the remnants of some form of bizarre battle servitor being taken apart. With some fury. And then out of like the midst of this debris, tangled cables hanging from the roof, Deltrian's skeletally thin form emerges, cowl up, mechanoidrites whirring as they appear on multiple tasks at once. Brother Equerry, how may I be of assistance?
Evening, Deltrian. As you may or may not have heard, I was a little bombed, shall we say.
Did you lose any limbs?
Don't look so excited about that, Deltrian.
I can replace them.
No limb replacing needed. No, not this time.
You see the saw in one of the mechanoidrites retreat back inside. We must also.
I heard Ronan was looking for you earlier, though.
Septum.
I heard Septum Cyber was looking for you earlier, though. You should probably seek him out.
I should attend him as soon as we are done with this conversation.
Shit.
You then see him reach towards the tranquilizer gun on the table.
Oh no! Not my kitten.
Bringing you all down with me. But no. I'm just going to basically ask if he's got anything spicy that for me to take with me or to use.
He mulls it over and pores over his various tools and other such items, and then he pulls out a rather plain-looking, well, looks like a grenade, or at least a device you throw, and he hands it over to you and goes, "Your feedback on this device would be most appreciated."
Oh no.
Do I know what it does?
No.
I'm just gonna straight out ask him, like, do I point it at things? I don't.
You throw it at them. Preferably at things you don't like.
Oh no.
Would not
I
recommend
don't really like
throwing at
Darnik
things you
that
do
much. I'm gonna go, and then as he says that, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go see if an Ultra Ray wants to play catch. I'm just gonna stroll out.
False assumption. If they play catch with that device, they will die.
Just gonna holler back.
He kind of gives you a thumbs up with the welder on his torch.
My
Take your hand
BB-8.
off.
Can I do this?
Yeah, I'll wander off with this horrible contraption. That is.
I'm gonna get you back.
It doesn't look horrible. It looks very simple. It looks like just like a little black, almost disc in shape, but a bit thicker. Almost, to be almost spherical.
Like a hockey puck.
Yeah, like a hockey puck. Not
Okay.
particularly easy to be thrown, but yeah, it doesn't look anything. You do see one like an activation stud on it.
Oh god, the fear is real. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just put that in a pouch, and I'm just gonna toddle off and find someone else to assist.
Yeah, okay, there's plenty of paperwork for you to do. In fact, most likely you're taking over the complaints being sent Captain Darnik's way as they begin to grow in number and speed of which they arrive.
I should probably do that actually, as Equerry. I'll probably wander around the guard regiments and any officers that are barking loudly towards Darnik's direction and try and pacify them as best I can.
Yeah, well, the first one you come across is you head out to the Imperial Army camps because they are fairly separate than from the Astartes ones. You do see, as you start to walk by, one of the officers. You see lieutenant markings on his shoulder. He looks up and goes, "My lord, a moment of your time, please."
Of course. What is it you need?
I need you to stop whatever the hell the Warhounds are doing in their camp.
I just sort of like roll my eyes and look up, and I'm just like, if only there was an actual way to do that, I'd be right on that.
Well, you need to find a way. They're killing each other over there. Do you know what it's doing? Do you know what it's doing for morale, for the men? Seeing Astartes just butcher one another with axes and swords? And then if they get a bit out of control, us?
I suppose keep them away.
Do you know how many World Eaters, Warhounds currently have bets about our regiment? Those bets entailing how far can a man fall before his bones break?
I don't know, how far?
He looks at you in horror.
I'm gonna take
guess
some
27.
credits or anything that I have of monetary value and just sort of look at it and be like, who's taking bets on this? Can I get in on that?
I have 227 meters.
Oh dear God.
Obviously, my lord, you are the wrong person to see about these problems.
Good, I'll be on my way. And I just topple off to somewhere else.
He stares
But
at you.
I'll file it away.
As you walk away, you notice a number of Imperial Army officers just staring at you in horror as they overheard the conversation between you and the lieutenant.
Yeah. We're not doing good at this hearts and minds shit.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Where's my next stop?
You
If
go
we want
see,
the hearts
I
and
assume-
minds, we'll take them by force.
Well, the Warhounds are quite good at the whole hearts and minds situation. Literally
Just take
on a
them.
plate. Whoops. Anyway, who's up next? We'll do Malakai next. Is there anything in particular you're dealing with?
Nothing in particular. Just going to go to my room and meditate.
Okay, so you're going to spend your time meditating. That's absolutely fine as the day goes on by. Because of the late start, now is usually time we'd be calling a quick break, and because I need to go get a drink, this will be a good time to take a break, so we'll be seeing you guys back shortly. Alright.
Bacon!
Go to the stop stream
Did you say
button.
bacon?
Bacon? What?
Did someone say bacon?
I thought someone said bacon. Did you say bacon, Shaun?
That's not
Maybe.
bacon. Why did you do this to me, Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. What did Kyle do?
I just suggested.
Suggested. No, you didn't say suggest. You said, I heard Septum was looking for you. Why don't you go seek him out?
Oh, that.
Prepare thy everything.
I don't have anything left to prepare. It's all machine.
You still have your anus.
Don't say that. Don't say that. He'll find a way to take
No,
things off.
you didn't say suggest. You said, I heard Septum was looking for you. Why don't you go seek him out?
Oh, that.